It's time to share with you that after 8 years shepherding this complex organization, I am leaving my position as Executive Director of LCJP. My experience with LCJP and this entire community has been the culmination of many of my goals and dreams. I am proud to look back at all we've accomplished together. At the top of my list, I'd like to express gratitude to the LCJP staff and board for rising to the occasion again and again in realizing our strong potential. 6 years ago, when I stepped into the executive director role, our organization was in a very different place. LCJP was not on steady ground. I wholeheartedly committed to the responsibility of repairing relationships so that we could restabilize. And in turn, LCJP became the focal point of my life. Thanks to the power of restorative practices, we recovered quickly, and our staff and programs have been thriving ever since. In reflection, I'll highlight 3 of our greatest accomplishments of the last 8 years. 1, since 2013, we have facilitated more than 800 restorative justice cases involving 2,000 responsible and harmed parties and their families, with over 90% success rate. We have scaffolded the Community Restorative Justice Program by focusing on our partnership with Longmont Police. We strengthened our unique delivery by recruiting and training the most committed and compassionate volunteers in the state of Colorado. Ours continues to be a nationwide leader in restorative justice. 2, we elevated our organizational structure and were selected for the Social Venture Partners Catapult program. This consultation allowed us to further mature organizationally and create a strategic plan that directs our path for the next 3 years. We infused new talent and resource, which enabled LCJP to surpass our wildest expectations around fundraising and outreach. Not even a global pandemic could hold us back. 3, perhaps the least visible, but I believe the most meaningful, we committed to cultivating a restorative organizational culture by living out restorative values in the workplace. By becoming vigilant and intentional about how we practice those values, we have been able to experience how restorative principles can be applied to every aspect of our mission's work. And not just restorative justice cases, but in the interpersonal relationships that are at the heart of everything we do. While all change is hard, I am confident that the board will find the right person to step in and lead LCJP to new heights. To my successor and the whole community, I would like to impart, the mission of LCJP must remain the same. We have been true to founder Beverly Title's legacy, and LCJP continues to make an impact that aligns with her vision. Our real calling now is to broaden and deepen the nuanced impact of restorative justice. How can LCJP affect the lives of even more individuals in the diverse community of Longmont, across race, class, gender, and ethnicity? How can LCJP continue to grow its services so that one day the term restorative justice, or la justicia restaurativa, is well known in every Longmont household? This will be the realization of a dream for me and so many others who have sat in circle at LCJP. We know that restorative justice works. I'm grateful to each of you who has shared your perspective, your energy, and your story with me as we've walked this path together at LCJP. On a staff retreat in 2018, our guide asked us, "What would you do for work if you could do anything?" I replied at that time and throughout my tenure, I was doing exactly what I wanted, leading LCJP in the transformational work of changing lives. I steadfastly support the future leadership at LCJP, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart.